Beans are a versatile ingredient used in many cultures around the world. If you've avoided cooking dried beans from scratch because it takes too long, consider the actual hands-on time can be just minutes. I'm Julie Cascio with the University of Alaska Fairbanks Cooperative Extension Service and the Children's Healthy Living Project. All it takes is a little planning ahead for a time to soak the beans and time to cook them. To use dry beans, start by sorting through them. Discard any foreign objects like leaves, small stones, or broken beans if you see any. It's a great way for kids to help you too. Kids over 3, that is. We don't want any choking hazards. After inspecting the beans, place them in a colander and rinse them under cold, running water. Soak the beans before cooking them. There are 2 methods for soaking beans, the traditional soak method and the quick soak method. For the traditional soak method, pour the cold water over the beans to cover, about 6 to 8 cups per 1 pound of beans. Then soak the beans for 8 hours or overnight. For the quick soak method, place the beans in a large pot and add 6 to 8 cups of water for every 2 cups of beans. Bring the beans to a boil and boil for an additional 2 to 3 minutes. Remove the beans from the heat, cover, and let soak for 1 hour. Beans will double or triple in size, so use a pot that's large enough when you're soaking them. Whichever method you choose, after the beans have soaked for the preferred time frame, drain the beans and discard the soak water. Rinse with fresh, cool water. This removes some nutrients, but it also removes the insoluble starches that can cause that intestinal discomfort sometimes associated with beans. Now that the beans have been cleaned, rinsed, and soaked, they're ready to cook. Cooking the beans makes them edible and digestible. Onions may be added at any time during the cooking process. For a stronger onion flavor, add them during the last half hour or so of cooking. Just simmer the beans in 3 times their volume of fresh water. Add herbs and spices at any time during cooking. Beans generally take 30 minutes to 2 hours to cook, depending on the variety. Keep the water at a gentle simmer to prevent split skins. Stir beans occasionally throughout the cooking process to prevent sticking, and check to see they are covered with the water. Since beans expand as they cook, warm water may need to be added during the cooking process to keep the beans covered. Beans should be tender but not mushy. So, how do you tell? Beans are done when they can be easily mashed between 2 fingers or with a fork. Always test a few beans in case they've not cooked evenly. Altitude, hard water, the age of the beans, these all may cause beans to need longer time to cook. Keep cooking and test for tenderness. As soon as they're done, drain beans immediately. This results in halting the cooking process and preventing overcooking from those perfectly tender beans. Now that the beans are cooked, salt or acidic ingredients like lemon juice, vinegar, tomatoes, chili sauce, ketchup, molasses, even wine may be added. Adding ingredients with a lot of calcium or acids too early in the cooking process can actually prevent the beans from becoming tender. When the beans are tender, drain and use in recipes or for later use. Immerse them in cold water until cool, and then drain well and freeze in 1 to 2 cup packages. 1 pound of beans will yield about 5 to 6 cups of cooked beans.